Hey, it's a local spotlight show here at WJBM Studios in Jerseyville, Illinois, the voice of the Tri-Counties. I'm Chris Lorton. I'm your host today. And with me, I have, we've been friends for quite a while. We've known each other for a long time.
Yep.
Joe Garland. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, love having you.
A little nervous. I'm not used to talking about myself. I used to do the other job.
I know. I didn't know that till a few minutes ago.
Yep.
That you used to be in the radio biz.
I did.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what? There's more people that I've met lately that have had some experience, in radio, you know?
It's funny how they come out of the woodwork once you're in it.
Yeah. It's crazy, but it's like, people I've known, they go, actually, I was in radio.
Yeah.
Really? You were in radio? I didn't know. And so, Joe, you're from Jerseyville?
I am. I was born and raised here in Jerseyville. A lot of people know my mom and dad, Edie and Truman Garland.
Oh, yeah.
And my five older sisters, Gina, Judy, Brenda, Bev, and Liz.
How was that?
Being the youngest boy?
Yeah. How was that?
They claim I was spoiled.
It's hard to believe.
It is. Very hard to believe.
You turned out pretty good.
I hope so.
Run those sisters by. Start with the favorite.
Oh gosh. Now you're going to get me in trouble.
Okay. All right.
They're all gonna watch.
Randomly.
Oldest to youngest, Gina, Judy, Brenda, Bev, and Liz.
And they kept, you know what? Your mom and dad, they just kept wanting to get you. They wanted a boy.
Yeah,
so
they
bad.
saved the best for last.
Yeah. my brother Matt, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Right. I can remember specifically. He wanted every guy would like to have a son.
Oh,
Yeah. But I was happy. We had two daughters.
Sure.
And I was happy. But Brenda thought that I should have. We should try again. So we ended up having two more boys, which was great.
Even that.
Yeah. But I remember sitting in my living room one evening, and I had my two boys here, right? And I'm rocking them in a rocking chair,
right?
And my brother Matt, he pops in. He never knocked, right? He just it was a quick knock, which is fine. Popped in, and he hops. He comes in the living room, and I'm sitting there, and we did just a little bit of small talk, I don't know what he was doing. I was rocking the guys, my boys, and I said, "Hey Matt, you know what?" He goes, "What?" "You need to get one of these." So then, then he went on. He got serious about it, right?
Yeah.
And he investigated how to get a boy. He researched it. Yeah, how to get a boy. So he had it all planned out. He was telling about like when, where, why, how, everything. And Lisa did get pregnant again, and she had another beautiful girl.
Good for her. Good for them.
But he's had five lovely girls.
Oh, wow.
There's nothing.
Nothing better.
I love boys and I love girls. Yep. They're both great. Love them all.
Yeah.
So you grew up here.
I did.
Anything exciting happen? You go to high school here?
I did. I attended Holy Ghost School.
Yeah.
And when it was just Holy Ghost, because our rival down the street was St. Francis, you know. And I went to Marquette High School, actually, for 2 years. My freshman and sophomore year. And I transferred to Jerseyville my junior and senior years and graduated in 1980.
Why did you go to Marquette your first 2 years?
It was at that time where Holy Ghost were offering bus rides down to the high school down there. And so we were one of the first classes, maybe the second or third class actually, to have transportation down.
Oh, I see.
And we would meet at Holy Ghost and we would jump in a van, me and 5 or 6 other.
A free ride?
And
well, of course, you have to pay tuition.
Yeah, and we had to, I think my dad paid, a certain amount every week or monthly or something to help with the transportation cost is how they kind of helped to do
So
that.
Did you like Marquette?
I did. But all my friends, were here. I grew up with all those guys and girls and going down to to a place where I didn't know as many, and I was a little social, and it was just hard to.
Yeah, it was probably a good experience.
It was
for you.
It was. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah,
I liked Marquette, but Jerseyville was my home, and I just wanted to be with my buddies over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do any sports or anything in high school?
I did.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I played football.
I believe it.
I did.
What were you, a fullback
I was a halfback.
A halfback?
Yeah.
Cool.
I was a halfback, and I played my freshman, sophomore year down at Marquette.
Yeah.
I had to stay out a year, my junior year, because I transferred schools. And then my senior year, when I went out, I got hurt in the blue and white scrimmage the week before the season, and I messed up my knee, and I was out for the year.
I see.
But on the bright side,
yes,
that's about the first time I met my now wife.
I was wondering about that.
While I was in crutches.
Yeah, while you were in crutches?
While I was on crutches.
She felt sorry for you.
Maybe.
Poor, yeah. So what was your pickup line, or her pickup line for you?
It's hard to say. I don't remember. I remember seeing her in chemistry class. Her name was Joanne Hepke. Hepke was her last name, and I remember seeing her in chemistry class. So that was the first time I really saw her, and I was like, she's kind of cute.
Yeah.
I kind of like her, I think. And very smart.
Yeah.
Super smart.
Yes.
So.
It always helps to marry a smart girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It helps you out.
Especially when
I have a smart girlfriend.
Yeah.
So did you guys get married soon out of high school?
We dated for 5 years. So, I went to Broadcast Center after I graduated Jerseyville High School, and I was there for 2 years and almost 3. And my first job was in Douglas, Arizona at a radio station down there.
You went all the way to Douglas, Arizona for broadcasting?
And the first day on the job was Christmas Day, 1982.
Because nobody wanted to work Christmas.
Apparently
they stuck you there.
So I got a job in radio
in Arizona.
On the border of Mexico, Douglas, Arizona, and for minimum wage.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah,
and the girls at the radio station felt sorry for me, and they brought me a Christmas dinner, and it consisted of turkey and dressing and chiles rellenos or something like that. It was new to me. Culturally, I was way out of my out of the pool there. So, but it was good. Had a lot of fun. Went along from there.
So you went to broadcasting school. Where was the school at?
That was in Clayton, Missouri.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to Clayton.
Yeah.
How many months?
That was almost
a couple years,
2.5 years. And that was a place called Broadcast Center, and I don't know if it even exists anymore.
So the reason you went to broadcasting school probably is because you listened to WJBM every day before school, after school.
Especially on snow days.
That's all I hear. Everybody, well, of course, I did too.
Turn it on.
Snow days.
Yep.
What's going on today?
And so, as far as
but why did you want to go into broadcasting?
Yeah, when I was growing up, my sisters always listened to music. They always had KC on at the time, and I was listening to Elton John and Grand Funk Railroad and Eric Clapton and Alice Cooper, and which the nuns didn't really appreciate, but he has his place. And I think it was just a love of music over the years, and I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to be on KC. That was my goal from an early age.
Really?
From probably 6th or 7th grade, I wanted to go into radio broadcasting.
And be on KC.
Well, I was on the radio, but I ended up playing country music the whole time I was in there, which was fine.
Yeah.
I learned to appreciate what country music is. And
it's changed. What year was that?
That was 1985.
Okay. So, actually, country was changing
in
the 80s. The 80s, especially in the 90s.
Yeah.
I think Garth Brooks really brought country around for a lot of young people.
And by the way, I started his career, so you can thank me for that.
You started his career. You started his career.
In 1989, I'm working at KPNC in Ponca City, Oklahoma, and I was a program director there.
And no kidding.
Yeah. And he was in Stillwater, Oklahoma, which just is a little south of Ponca. And when his first album came out, Much Too Young, came out, he was calling radio stations in the area to see if we got a copy and if we were playing his song.
Garth was.
And
Did you talk to him?
I did. He called me up, and I introduced myself to him, and because he just asked for the music director, and I said, well, this is he. You got him. And asked me if we were playing it, and if it was getting a good response. And at the time, of course, it was. It was in heavy rotation for us, being a local guy.
Yeah.
And he asked me, it was funny, he asked me at the time, do you have the album or the CD? Because we were just transferring everything to CDs at the time. And I said, well, we would really like a CD. And I made the mistake of not having him sign it.
Oh.
He sent it to us, but he didn't. I forgot to ask him to sign it for it. And then...
Do you think he would now? You still got the CD?
No,
it's probably at the radio
it's
station.
probably at the radio station. Probably.
Hey, if you're just joining us, I have Joe Garland with me. A lot of people doesn't know this, but he's the one that got Garth Brooks going at the time back in Oklahoma. 1989. Everybody appreciates that, Joe.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Now you just get a check from him. Just a little bit of royalty somewhere.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And so then what, Joe? Who else did you help get going?
Well, I did get to interview a couple of people. There was a band called Little Texas at the time, and they came out to the radio station. We interviewed them. Clint Black came through town.
Clint Black. Yeah. I mean, Clint Black is like, they call him the king, don't they?
I got to introduce Johnny Cash.
No kidding.
It was a bingo hall back then. The Indian reservations had, or the Indian land, and they didn't have reservations. They had bingo halls just started popping up.
Oh yeah.
And so
they could do gambling.
Yeah, and they could bring in big name acts like that. And I was able to. There was a guy by the name of Mel McDaniel, an old timer, and so I had a good time doing the radio. I really did.
Yeah. And how many years were you in radio?
I was in radio for about 13 years. So.
And all those 13 years you spent out west on radio?
For the most part.
Okay.
When I got into later on in my career, I just went into sales, and we wanted to get closer to home.
Okay.
My wife's family has a farm here. Everybody pretty much knows where that's at, and here in the edge of town. And we wanted to get closer to family.
Makes sense.
And we made our way back to Salem, Illinois initially, and I worked at a station called WJBD, and I was just in sales there for a year. And I didn't care for sales.
You didn't?
And
that's too bad, because I was going to see if you wanted to sell for us. We could use an extra salesman, Joe. Yeah. I mean, you're retired, right?
That's true. That's true.
Come on. And you're in radio. You got to hit,
I do understand. Well, it's probably changed a lot since I've been out of it.
You helped Johnny Cash and Garth Brooks. You could help me a little bit. All right. So that's pretty interesting. That's pretty cool. I never knew that about you at all.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah,
It's just
they do now.
A whole different life.
They'll know now.
Yeah.
And good to know.
Yeah.
So in radio, and then you worked in sales for a while, and then.
And actually, my wife, who was in banking for quite a few years through the time we were married in 85 on, she took a job in Chesterfield, Missouri. And so that got us a chance to move to Alton, at least just down the road from family and friends. And I got out of radio, and I called up my best friend, John French, who was running a company called Airborne Express over in St. Louis at the time.
Yeah.
And I said, what does it take to be a driver? Because I knew they made pretty good money, And
you could listen to the radio.
Yep, and I did. And he told me what I needed to do. And it's, of course, Airborne Express was bought out by DHL. And I worked for them for 13 years. And DHL basically shut down operations in the States for the most part in 2008 and laid off almost everybody. So at that point, I had to decide what I was going to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where pretty much.
So were you out of work for a while?
I was. I decided to go back to school. DHL had a program where they would pay for a 2-year degree. So I had to do a little research and figure out what I wanted to do as an older worker, and what would an older worker,
be good
at. Yeah. And it just so happened in the mail, we got a Lewis and Clark magazine.
Yeah.
And they were talking about this program that they offered. It's a petroleum technology program that they offer.
Petroleum technology program.
And one of the comments by the director of that program stated that this industry is very friendly to older workers. So that caught my eye, and I did a little research to see what it was all about.
I mean, you weren't that old.
I was in 2008. I was 40.
Yeah.
40.
I think that's kind of a young worker.
46.
That's a medium. I mean, it's not old.
No. 46, I guess. Yeah, I was 46.
46. You were a whippersnapper. What are you talking about?
Right. Now. So I decided, with the severance package, I had some unemployment. Of course, Joanne worked full time. And our kids were a little bit older. They were almost self-sufficient. They had part-time jobs, so they paid for a lot of their own stuff. And I was able to get through that program in a year and a half. And I got a job a week before I graduated at a company called Elementus Specialties, a chemical company over in St. Louis. So, and 4 years later, I worked there 4 years, and then I got on with Phillips 66 at the refinery.
So how did that job compare to DJing out west?
Not quite as fun. More challenging, definitely more challenging. The safety aspects of that industry, you really have to keep your head on a swivel. Because everything in those pipes.
That's why they like I should say middle-aged people.
Maybe, and that might be. You're a little more attuned to your surroundings. Yeah. Even noises, different noises where you walk out day to day. If something changes and it's like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah. I know.
And so those are the people that they were looking for too. So,
I see.
Yeah.
And now you are retired, and you decided to get the band back together, right?
I did. Well,
so you have always loved music, and you've always been a musician.
Well, off and on. In third grade, there was a nun by the name of Sister Gwen, and she took a lot of us after school and taught us how to play guitar. It's just basic chords on the guitar, and we would play in church. And as I grew up, I didn't dedicate myself to the instrument at all. I wish I would have.
Yeah.
Now looking
But now
back,
you can. You got the time.
I can.
You're dedicating yourself, and you're bringing it back.
Yeah.
Are you having fun with it?
I am. It's a lot of fun, especially with the guys and girl that we get to play with.
So who's all in your band?
Okay. The name of the band is Maple Summit Band. And there's a little story to that if you want to hear that. But the members are Tim Gaton. He's our bass player. He plays an old stand-up bass. Matt Reynolds. He's a guitar player. His wife, Luann, is our singer, and I play the guitar as well. So
you sing at all?
I sing a couple, 2 or 3 here and there, just to give Luann a break. And Matt will sing a few too, just to give her a break in between.
I see.
Yeah.
And I hear that you got a first gig coming up or something?
We do. Coming up this Friday at 7:00 at Westlake. We're going to play from 7 to 10. Actually, Matt Reynolds' old band, Limp Willie, is going to play a few songs before Maple Summit Band. And that consists of Matt and Chad Gaton. So now Matt and Chad, they have a history of playing together in a band called Outlaw Opry. And those guys pretty much
Chad's a great singer and musician, for sure. I mean, his son Cash, he's kicking it.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Yeah.
Well, one thing, we're just about out of time.
Oh,
okay, just about out of time. But
that went quick.
It went by quick.
I was worried.
you were going to run out. You were going to run out of ammunition. Is that what you were worried about?
Yeah.
So Maple Summit. You guys only charge like $1,000 a gig?
Yeah, so it's very cheap, $1,000 each. No.
$1,000 each?
Yeah, no, we do not.
I know.
No, we don't.
Are you open to play?
That's to be determined. We wanted to, we've played together, practiced together quite a few months, and the discussion was what's the ultimate goal to do? And we thought, well, we'd like to at least play out one time, together. Sure. And a lot of it depends on work schedules with the guys.
Sure.
And what they can do. It's hard to schedule something when, somebody's being called in to work. And it's like, oh, all of a sudden we don't have another guitar player.
Well, what we are going to do, though, we're going to get your band in here. We're going to record a few songs.
That would be fun.
And then we're going to play on the local vocals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll do that. And, we'll
make sure Luann's singing those.
Oh, yes. All right. Well, Joe, it's been a pleasure having you in studio.
Well, thank you for having me, Chris.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, it was.
So Joe Garland, the Joe Garland,
Yeah, right.
The Joe Garland helped. How many people did you help get their start?
Oh, I just take credit for Garth.
Just Garth. Well, he was a big one.
Yeah, he was. Okay. So, he hasn't called me back though.
He hasn't. All right. Okay. Well, you take care.
Yep.
And we'll see you Friday night.
All right.
All right. Take care.
All right.